Welcome back to the Friday. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Friday feed. You can hear, yeah, that's good. Audible room. We're back. Stevie's back. Now in the bathroom.
Yeah, well done, Stevey.
Whee.
Some quality.
You feeling better? You feeling better after that? You were very caught up last week, weren't you?
I didn't actually stay in the bathroom for a week. I just climbed out the window to get away from you.
Oh,
no way. Aww. That's
but the toilet was blocked.
Sore. What?
The toilet was blocked.
Escaped through the toilet.
You weren't stuck in it. Oh yeah, you didn't.
Okay, yeah, I got stuck. Yeah.
Plunged out.
Speaking of Stevie getting out through toilet systems, over to his intro music. We're back with Stevie's intro music. The clapping isn't working here, but Steve,
class tune.
That is, and what inspired you? Bathroom.
Where'd you get your ideas?
Yeah, where'd you get your ideas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And come here, how'd you get your start? Because we've become the most generic interview in the world. Speaking of generic interviews, what were you trying to do? Murder Robbins only like 10 minutes ago, Hugh.
Yeah, I was cutting bushes and a branch off a tree, and a robin looked really pissed off at me.
Yeah.
And he was just like puffing up like this, getting bigger and bigger, and just getting really angry. And then he flew straight at me. Seriously.
Really?
Yeah, I felt sorry for him.
And so what were you doing? Sort of just wrecking his home?
I think so, yeah. I was cutting back the bushes and cutting off branches off trees and stuff, but I couldn't believe how much energy.
Yeah.
How big did he get?
About that big.
Where he got bigger, like.
Yeah, he kind of
puffed
puffed
up like that.
Oh, he was puffing.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
That's mad.
Yeah.
And I didn't see, like, he didn't, like, have kids or anything like that around there.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know what.
Do you know what'd be really great? Is if they could actually puff up to the size of a massive gorilla
And just,
or something.
man.
And just fucking...
it would be class.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch that thing of like what would be the scariest or weirdest thing to fight that's small but could be bigger? Like, so, you know, like Robin or
A lobster.
a lobster.
Or like if a spider was like the size of this room. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like he
Can't
could
stand
just get
spiders.
behind his little ankles and he wouldn't be able to. I feel like he'd be a bit disabled in terms of if you had behind his like, if you were behind his like, he'd have lots of blind spots.
Pick him in the nuts.
Okay. Yeah.
Because, like, you know, when you kick the back of somebody's knee when
Yeah,
it's
they go down,
straight and they go
drop.
down.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
A giant ant would definitely be difficult because, like, imagine how
They'd be weird.
imagine how strong a giant ant would
Do
be.
you know those
Yeah.
old movies from the 70s where like insects would get like, there's definitely one about killer ants that like all the ants got
Yeah.
really massive, and there's this scene of
Eight-legged
somebody
freaks and there was
Oh,
one
yeah.
about
in a
wasps.
hospital bed with this massive
I
ant
love
over them.
all that stuff.
That would thing was
Yeah.
mad.
We used to play a
Shitty
game in
movie.
school called Eight-Legged Freaks.
No way.
at one stage.
What did you do?
I can't remember, but that just fucking. It was based off the movie. But
Would you like tie your legs together and try and catch someone?
No, I think the whole thing was like I was just trying to just pretend that there was spiders chasing us and we had to try to get away and climb up trees. And
You
stuff.
didn't like,
Which obviously wouldn't help, like, because spiders would obviously just go up the tree.
you didn't
the
like
humans are in
turn
the
each
tree.
other into
They-
eight-legged freaks.
No.
Oh no, because you weren't at Hogwarts, were you?
No, that's.
You didn't go there.
Where were you? Is there is
Were you
What?
in a really posh school, Haley, over in England? No.
Was I at?
Yeah,
no,
we having
fucking
lashings
hell.
of ginger beer and
No, I went to fucking...
cucumber sandwiches.
No. Ginger
Cucumber sandwiches down by
Nope.
with Aunt Fanny.
No,
No, by
that
the
was
creek.
the famous five.
Yeah, it was.
In fact, yeah.
Did you not do that?
No, I went
bet
to a
you
fucking comprehensive.
You did.
Didn't.
Did you have cucumber sandwiches?
Nope.
What
We
did you
had,
eat? What did you eat?
whatever was at the tuck shop, like fucking chocolate and crisps and
Hey, before you
lollipops
said you used to
and-
have some mad exotic fruit, like you used to have like peppers. I remember peppers only kind of blowing up in my younger days. I don't know, maybe I just had, but peppers were kind of. You said there was peppers and there was
when I was
fruits.
growing up.
Yeah,
Fruit. Oh, fancy.
but at that time, like what? Yeah, I can't remember what you were saying. There was something. Maybe it was like a pomegranate or something like that. Something fancy like that only came into Ireland only a couple of years back. I don't know what it was.
That's because you all had the scurvy until like 2010, didn't
that's
you?
a scientific fact. A fact.
Yeah, we had all sorts growing up.
Did you eat all sorts of oral
What
diseases?
did we have? No. Yeah, we had peppers and courgettes and
Courgettes, they were the ones. Are they new? Were courgettes on when you were
Brand
young?
new.
Brand new. Yeah. Swear to God,
Hot
they're
off
new.
the press.
Yeah.
Is a courgette the same thing as a zucchini?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What was
Go away, is it?
An eggplant is an aubergine.
Yeah.
Is there one in the
Yeah.
shop? Okay, right.
Or
Wait, an eggplant is what?
aubergine.
Okay.
They're the purple ones.
Oh, yeah. They're that little emoji that people
Yeah.
use to reference the penis. But yeah.
Penis emoji.
Yeah.
The purple penis
Is that what that
emoji.
means?
Yeah, if people
I
are
don't know that whole code.
anyone that's ever sent you that is directly looking for a good time.
Either that or they don't know what the other meaning is and they just really love eggplant.
Or they're actually
Yeah.
inviting you out.
That's how I said
for an
that.
eggplant supper.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
I would do. Is and like I don't understand any of that etiquette or codes or anything. So so if someone sent me that, I'd just send them one back and I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I love seeing posts every now and then where it's like people who don't understand like certain things that emojis mean. Like like if if someone says something like ridiculous and you're dying laughing at it, people will post like the skull emoji. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's like I saw a thing lately where someone was just like, "Oh, your grandma died," and just like skull emoji.
skull, loads of skulls. Like what the fuck?
And it's people were like just joking underneath and saying like, it's like, yeah, they had to get cremated, and then like a load of like fire emojis.
Yeah.
But like obviously they just mean something completely different. So like,
That's really funny. The other thing I used to like work in a retirement home and kind of like that. I had no idea. I used to send like
No, you
You worked
didn't.
in a retirement home.
when the emoji
Didn't.
came
You've
out.
never had a job, Kieran.
Kieran,
You didn't finish school and you've never had a job.
Why are you
Kieran,
attacking me?
Kieran,
this is slander. This is what this is.
Kieran, this is not a retirement home. And I am not your patient. You don't work here. I'm not paying.
He's delusional again. Kieran
We're all
persists in
friends
this world.
here. What?
Kieran persists in this world where like he has jobs and he does responsible things. My
Retirement home, he
God.
calls it.
How rude. Jesus, just because we were born in the 70s.
That's funny. Oh fuck.
So you look after the old folk, you're telling us.
Yeah.
My best anyway. As long as they're
Is there a smell in here?
Well, when you're drinking whiskey like we talked about last week, you might get a bit loose.
Is that what you're doing, giving the old folks whiskey?
Yeah.
That's what you mean by working in a retirement home.
Yeah.
What
Mixing the drinks.
what were your day-to-day duties in this retirement home?
In this one specifically.
Well, I need them. Yeah, tell us.
That's right. Humour him.
No, I used to make sure that they get up on time.
The patients.
Yeah.
How many patients were in this retirement home?
Just the two.
They're not.
Stevie knows what it's like to work in a retirement home, don't you? Yeah. We sit here across from each other every day, have this conversation, and we include them. Just to the side of us here, we have this thing, and it's nice, and it makes them feel like there's a
purpose to that.
we kind of got tired of just asking them to leave the room. Like, it's easier this way.
So we started, like as Brendan noticed when we came in, we started lighting incense.
To get the smell away from them.
I pronounced that wrong. I can't pronounce it.
Incense.
They started having incest in the old people. The old folks.
That's the title of this episode. That is 100 incesting old folks home. Oh, fuck. Hey, when you were saying Hogwarts, so I was thinking when you were saying Hogwarts, I was thinking, you know when you see the movie and they're all sitting down having dinner and stuff, they don't really show like the parts where like Ron would be getting up and he'd be a bit like, you know, some people would be a bit, or grubby or just, not grubby, what's the word?
Groggy.
Groggy. Grubby. Yeah. So I think that, like, is Hogwarts like spinning, do you know the Kardashians spin a false narrative to the young females out there? Do you think that Harry Potter's is spreading like slander to like what it means to be a real wizard?
I don't know. Let's ask Stevey because he went to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I signed an NDA. I'm not allowed to say anything about Hogwarts.
That's a good answer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where is platform 9 3/4?
I couldn't.
That's actually a good question.
possibly say.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Very
Did
good.
any of you read Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Harry. Did you read Harry Potter?
I read a few. I think I read
A few pages. You read that?
the first few books, and then
I've read them all. I fucking loved it. And they used to come out every year, like just after my exams, and so it was just like I used to save it till after the exams.
What did you?
Nuts. Like it would take.
I haven't even seen Harry Potter.
Honestly,
Okay.
I was so scathing about it, Hugh. I was like, oh my God, what?
Bad.
No, it's fucking brilliant.
Oh, it's good.
I really had to eat my words, and I read it. I was like, oh, it's very good. I couldn't put it down.
Next week, will you have watched all of them by next
No, I
week?
won't. But I went to a bookshop in Porto, in Portugal, where what's her name? J.K. Rowling used to go in there to write Harry
Really?
Potter, and it looks like the set of Harry Potter. It's really,
No way.
Yeah.
really
She's
cool.
a thief. You
It's
just
got a stairs going up and mad.
No way.
It's really the most crazy looking place. It looks like
That's
the Wizard's
cool.
place, and she was going there when she was living in Porto writing
That's
every
mad.
day.
She used to write in nappies. You ever hear about that?
What?
Do you ever hear that? There people would like. I remember like it was like a thing where people. This was even before. This was like really early on when the books weren't even fully
Invented.
out yet. She'd say like they talk about her story of success and. People over exaggerate. Like her story would say she was so poor that she used to write on nappies. But nappies were more expensive than paper.
food.
And people were going around saying that, God, love her, fair play to her. She came a long way. Like,
Nappies,
and it's like,
yeah.
man, if you're writing on nappies, you've got money. That's a fact. Like, they're expensive. But yeah. So speaking of nappies, does anyone want a lychee?
Yeah, I was just
That-
about to
you
offer
should
the
talk about them.
lighties. Anybody?
I don't know what it is.
Dragon eggs. Dragon eggs.
They're dried testicles.
Well, they're not.
No,
They're packaged testicles.
I'm bad for trying new food. I'm not.
No, don't
I'm,
leave
I'm
them
not
last.
doing it on
That's
camera.
the pressure. The old folks are being mean again. This we get. He's receiving bullying. Oh. No, there was.
I can't wait till I'm in a nursing home and like just behave really badly.
Yeah. What would you do?
What
would you do?
Wee in the corner if I felt like it. I had
pretend like
a
you-
good friend. She worked in a nursing home, and I used to meet her at lunchtime. This is like when we were in sixth year in school or whatever. And she used to just tell me all the stories of what these old fellas did, like just
It's hard.
bad behavior.
I can't cope with old age stuff.
But they can't
like
do
old
anything
age
to you.
psychiatry. No, but it's just it's like I don't understand. Like
You can do what you like.
there's nothing you can. I never understood like working in like geriatrics and like old age psychiatry and stuff. It's like you can't actually do anything for anyone. Like I don't
Yeah.
get it.
You can
what I mean.
entertain them, sing songs and stuff.
What do you think psychiatry is?
Exactly.
Is that what you do? Like
The
at work?
performing arts of
Is that
psychiatry.
what you do at work every day? Just
Yeah, that's why.
there's no business like show.
That's why.
Is that what
Yes,
happens?
you. That's exactly
get him and go
what
down
I
form and send him out to give him a fucking-
every day. I do. I give a quick chorus of no business like show business and hand over a prescription and get out.
I do it. I don't know why you have to go to college to learn how to do that, man. I
You
could do that.
you study
5
music.
fucking years, man.
You study music. That's what I'm doing. At the end of this, there'll be at the end of my
You have
degree.
to tap dance your way out the door.
Oh
with
yeah. It's like you do all the main like medical fields. Like you do tap dancing, you do like instruments, you do like gigs, like
Wow.
sound, music technology, like everything you would have covered in,
I thought
like in
that would be
medicine.
it.
Like
That's funny.
Yeah,
I just package it and sell it as a different thing.
absolutely. You know yourself, you. It's all
I do.
architecture work,
I do.
isn't it?
I do. Oh yeah, I want to talk about how to finish a conversation, right? Because I'm not that good at it, right? So you're talking to someone, and like you're going, "This is getting a bit boring," or whatever. How do you finish the conversation in a pub or something? Like,
Oh, how do you
That's
end
really
something
awkward.
that needs to be ended?
the key word is right.
right?
You just go right. Sure.
That's it now.
Right.
Yeah,
Sure.
but,
That's it now. That's a good
going
idea.
Sure.
away?
I'll talk to you anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't go anywhere.
But
I
if
know.
you say, well, you have to go, right? That's
Yeah,
it
you
now.
have to get up and
Okay.
leave.
That's yeah.
There you go. Like, I don't know, look at the time and be like, oh, jeez, I may bait on anyway.
That's a good simple. Yeah, I have
Or
to
you
bait
could
on
just
there
walk
now.
off.
I just say that's actually
the
one I
thing
do
is,
say. I have to
leave
bait
there,
on there
wouldn't you
now.
know?
Exactly like that.
Oh, you mean like if you're not leaving and somebody's come?
Nobody's leaving. You just kind of.
Oh, if it's in
mingling.
your house or
Oh.
something.
Yeah, we're talking to someone else. So we're all in this room. Like I'm talking to Stevie,
And Hugh wants us to leave right now.
Exactly.
Just be really blunt
Just trying to
about it.
figure
Just
out.
like, just say like, this conversation is over.
You can do that, and it can be like a part of like autism where you
And get
can
away
just
with it.
like and people will just be like, oh, let's like
Oh,
Yeah,
you,
you know.
you have a free card or something.
I like Alan Partridge at the funeral, you know.
Oh.
Alan Partridge goes to the funeral and he's talking to her when he has no interest in talking to her. He goes, I
No,
really
thanks,
want to
no.
talk to that guy over there. It'll be he kind of, the grieving
way.
widow, he just dumps her because he wants a new series off your man sitting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't say that,
Why not?
I suppose.
Really? Toilet
I'm
trip. Toilet trip and head out.
Toilet trip is a good one. You go to the toilet and then you go back, yeah.
Yeah, what's
You could just go, you know, I've got a
Thing.
terrible, I'll see you later.
Oh,
you could just say things that don't give people room to question, that like kind of like.
how do you finish a conversation?
I don't know. It's different. Like I'll often do that. That's actually one I do. Is I'll say I have to bet on there now, and I literally exactly like that.
You pretend to like answer your phone. You just scream what and sprint in a direction.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's a funny one actually. Yeah. This can't be happening again or something. To start screaming.
Yeah, just completely just sprint full force away. Like no.
Yeah.
No,
That's the kind of shit you have to do. Like I don't know, like stuff like that. If it's too weird for them to question, I can't think of any examples now. Like just pull down your pants.
Is that
100%.
Drop your pants.
100%.
Does that end the conversation?
No, I'm telling anyone watching this, just do it. Like,
or like if you can do the crab,
do it.
just like get down into the crab position and just walk backwards away from them. They will definitely stop talking to you. Like
that's forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah, and they tell everyone else to stop talking to you too, and that's beautiful.
I had an ex-boyfriend who, when the tube was really crowded and people got too close to him, he'd start like yelping and scratching behind his ear like a dog, and people would just make space around him.
Lovely.
And it really worked, yeah.
Yeah, my trick for just like
Those are the kind of people I went out with, people.
I don't shower. That's what I do. That's what gets me going.
Like,
It works for you, yeah.
What?
when I was on the train, like before, like my trick for obviously before COVID and stuff, like
Yeah.
my trick for like making sure
Coughing on people.
making sure people didn't sit beside me and stuff. I'd purposely get food before getting on the train,
Stinky
and then
food.
you just like start eating the food there on the train,
Yeah,
and
never
nobody would sit beside you. Like it didn't even have to be anything like you didn't have to eat like fucking garlic and tuna. Like.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
What if someone sits down beside you and starts eating some of the food with you?
I don't know.
That's, yeah.
I have a belly ring.
I wanted to do that the other day when I was sitting on the train. It was there's only me. There's only two people on the train, and I was just like, I just felt like we should be talking because we're both just looking out the window, and there's a lady sitting there, and I seen her name above the thing, and I was just going to go in and just sit down and be like, well, just say her name was
Sharon.
Sean. I say, well, Sean, and just sit down and be like, how are you? Like, because I seen her name on the thing, and just have a genuine conversation. Do get that? That's just a guess. We'll go for another. If you just tell him, we'll just be another few minutes talking about shite.
Important thing.
Yeah.
There was a music teacher when I was in school called Mr. Oh, I can't say that probably.
Mr. Art. We'll call him
Mr. Fart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Music.
And
Yeah. The
he
music
always
man.
used to. He got the bus because I think he had a terrible drink problem,
Yeah.
and I think his license may have not been his anymore.
5 minutes.
And he would always go and sit by people on the bus. So the bus would be completely empty and there'd be like one or two people there, and he would go and sit on the seat next to one of the people.
Lovely.
Isn't that weird?
Why would you do that? Just
Don't know. There's weirdness. Yeah, pure weirdness.
That's funny though. Do you ever like do that though, and there's like a full empty bus, and if there's only one person on
No.
that sit
beside
Because
them.
of the
No.
weirdness.
Really? I feel like we should come together. I don't know if that's really. Do you know what I mean? Like, is that the answer? Like, to just sit at the other side of buses? Like,
No,
I feel like
if I was sitting alone on a bus and someone like got on and
I'd
sat right
scream.
beside me, you would ruin my whole day. Like,
Yeah. I'd be so perturbed.
I would not stop giving out about that. Like,
man, I would love if someone did that. I think it'd be so nice. Like, if I would actually genuinely like that.
What
if
if
someone
they
came
put
on
their
and
arm
sat
around
down.
you, Stevie?
And lick your neck.
no, but like,
That's against
but it doesn't
the
even,
law.
but it doesn't even have to go that far. Like literally, just them sitting beside me, and when there was a whole bus free, like I will be bitching about that for so long. Like,
It's not a thing I can make sense of in my head. Like,
I
why
love
would you
that.
do it?
Oh, I'd love it.
You know, it's such a weird thing to do. I
well, that's
think.
exactly it. Like the whole time, my brain would be just like, why? Why did you do this? Like,
Yeah.
how could I make this any more uncomfortable for you? You fuck off, please.
Well, lads, you're probably offending a large amount of people who enjoy doing that. So for anyone out there watching who does like doing that, if you come on a bus, a free bus, and I'm sitting there, you're more than welcome to sit on my lap and just be let's embrace each other. Enjoy, come together as a community. But I feel like we should be more comfortable with each other. Maybe not.
Are you actually allowed out? It baffles me that you're allowed out and about. Genuinely.
That's true.
Didn't you want to talk about sleepovers? Didn't you have something to share about
that?
I don't do them. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
Never.
because you're too. Because of how you are.
I used to
You're
try
not allowed
and
to go.
sleep over in friends' house, but then I'd start crying and ask the parents to bring me home.
Why?
Next door.
Why did you do that?
I think I was feeling insecure.
About what?
My existence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, we ended there.
Did you do sleepovers, Helly?
No, I wasn't really. I found that a bit uncomfortable.
Really?
Sleeping. I mean, like, I suppose like when I was overseas and stuff, like I would have lived in a lot of hostels, dormitories and things like that.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
could just about after the first couple of months get used to that and actually sleep and not feel weird. But it wouldn't be a comfortable situation for me as a teenager. Did you, Hugh?
We didn't call them sleepovers. Like we were.
We never called
we
them
were dumped in someone else's house. Like.
Yeah. We call him stay. You may stay there for the
Stay
night.
there. Your granny's dead. You're going to stay in someone's house. This is what we hear. You know. Yeah. So, but it was good crack. Like.
Whose house did you stay in? The local priest or anything?
Oh no, Mokler's.
Okay.
We stayed in Mokler's house for a week. It was good. It was good fun. Stayed on
Random
the farm.
fellas, townsfolk.
You get dumped at some friend's house.
Would you know the people?
We would by the time we left. Your granny's dead. You're staying in Mokler's. I don't know. Get out.
It's like being an evacuee in World War II, isn't it? Did you take the gas mask?
And they give you cake and stuff. What?
Did you take the gas mask?
No, we did not. We just took. Don't know what we took. Probably nothing really. They probably had to supply it at the other side.
Take your shopping.
Yeah, exactly. A plastic bag.
My biggest problem with sleepovers is that I don't, and you could probably relate to this, is I would only eat out of a certain bowl. So like
the dog bowl.
Yeah. But like, no, there's certain, like even at home, there was bowls. I don't know. Like I just couldn't eat out of other bowls. And it's not that I thought that those around me didn't wash or anything like that. It was just more like I just couldn't conceive out of eating out of another bowl.
Yeah, like I didn't
Weird.
go to like a huge amount of other people's houses, like kind of for long enough to be like fed or anything. But like any times I did, like I always had to be like, no, I'm not hungry. Nope.
Yeah.
And like I'd be fucking starving, but I could not just deal with the fact that like they're definitely going to cook something that I won't be able to eat.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I wouldn't eat it. Like I just wouldn't. And I'd fall out with people.
I remember staying in one house years ago. I was about 12 or something, and they weren't big on eating. I was so fucking hungry. I swear to God, I must have lost about it.
They weren't big on eating.
No, the dinners, like they weren't eating dinners, or there was no
word?
No sustenance.
Wasn't that like you get like a
skin and bone?
I don't know what you were getting, like some beans and chips or something, a very small portion. I remember being so hungry. I remember coming home and just eating.
just eating, just having a bite.
For a week. They had a big family, so. You know, it was kind of
rations.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Did you have to take your own knife and fork and stuff as well? When you
I never. I didn't. I actually didn't eat. That's how. Like I didn't eat. I used to like genuinely get sick, and then my mother.
You're such an odd little person, aren't you?
Wait, if he said that, you wouldn't say that because he's autistic. But if I said I'm an odd little person, that's no standards here. That's not fair. I'm just expressing.
Your oddness.
Myself.
Yeah, your eccentricity.
I'm actually, but there is a difference though. Like I was just being picky. You actually couldn't eat it.
Difficult.
I was just being difficult. Yeah.
Difficult.
But it's weird because it's not like we were spoiled and all we had. I think that's probably what it is. You know, normally you think, oh, kids are spoiled that they're picky like that. I actually just grew up on just chips and chicken nuggets. So when anything else came around, I thought they were trying to poison me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just comfortability. Yeah. Will we finish up there now and go on and about our lives? Thanks to everyone for watching. Thanks to Stevey for coming and
for getting out the toilet. That's lovely.
It's a hard thing to do.
Did you open the window, Stevie?
That's how he got out.
Oh.
I'm never going to miss a Friday feed again if you're just going to make jokes about me beating the jacks. Like.
Yeah, he wasn't actually I don't know where you
He
are.
was on the toilet, not in the toilet.
I wasn't anywhere near here. Like, I could have been on the jacks at some point when you were recording the episode, but I definitely wasn't here.
Having a little sleepover. Having your own little sleepover in the bathroom.
In the nursing home.
Yeah,
The nursing
apparently.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining me and Stevie here in the nursing home. And
Oh, that's God's judgment on you.
Yeah,
Look,
God
you
doesn't
dropped your little thing there, didn't you?
my little dragon testicle, as you would.
Yep.
Oh, it's dripping. Juicy dragon testicle. Thanks everyone for watching on YouTube and listening on Spotify. If you're doing either of them, if you're watching in a remote area, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. See you next week. Bye.
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 I'm going to eat these.